Hi everyone. So today we are going to learn about significant figure. Okay, so there are rules to know which number are significant and which number are insignificant. Okay, so first rules is that all non-zeros numbers, they all are significant. Okay, so what are non-zero number? So non-zero number like non-zero number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All of those numbers, they all are significant. And then, like, okay, let's say we have a 52.989 milliliter. Now, how many significant figures can we see here? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can see 4 significant figures. Similarly, let's say we have 3924.1. How many significant figures? Okay, let's just say this liter. So how many significant do we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 significant figures. Okay. Now the confusion comes with the zeros because some zeros they are significant, other zeros they are not significant. So let's see the rules for zeros, okay? Okay, so the rules for zero number one is that zeros in between regular numbers or non-zero numbers, if the zeros are in between the regular numbers, then those zeros are gonna be significant. Like let's say we have, okay, just write it first. The zeros between regular numbers, those are what? Significant. Like what? Like let's say we have 4.009 mole. Okay, so here, what are our significant figures? How many significant figures do we see? We know for sure that 4 and 9, those are significant, right? Because non-zero numbers are significant, but what about the zeros in between? So we know that zeros in between regular numbers are also significant. So in this case, how many significant figures do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. Okay, let's check another question. Let's say it's 207 milliliter. How many significant figure? So we have 1, 2, 3. So 3 significant figure. Next, let's see if we have 5.9 10 to the power of 9 gigameter. So how many significant figure? Okay, when you see this, 10 to the power of something, always remember you are not gonna count this as significant, okay? So you want to ignore this in the significant figure. These are not significant. So the number before that, okay? So you can see here, what is it? It's 5.9. So these all are what? Non-zero numbers. So this is 1, 2 significant figure. So here you have 2 significant figure. Okay? So the first rule was zeros in between regular number are also significant. Okay, now let's come to the second rules. So the second rule says that zeros at the beginning is what? Guess what? Is it going to be significant or not significant? They are not significant. Okay, so zeros in the beginning of number are not significant. So you need to remember all of this rule. So let's say you have 0. Just change the color. Okay, let's say you have 0.000000032. So how many significant figures are there? Because these zeros are in front of a regular number, you will not count these zeros as what? As significant. So the significant figure are just of the 3 and 2. So there are only 2 significant figure. Okay, let's see another example. So let's say you have 0.005672. Now how many significant figures? As we know, the zero in before the number is insignificant, so it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4 significant figures. Okay, so that's the second rule. Now coming to the third rule. Zeros at the end. Yeah. So for zeros at the end, there are two ways to see it. Okay, so if the zeros at the end consist of decimal point. Okay, if the zeros consist decimal point, then that is going to be significant. And if there is no decimal point, and that it's going to be not significant. Okay, let's see an example here. So let's say you have 0.00450. So we know for sure that these zeros in the beginning number are not significant, right? From our previous rule. And we know that this 4 and 5 going to be significant, but now what about this 0 after 4 and 5? Because this is at the end of a number, then this is going to be what? It's going to be significant or insignificant depending whether there is a decimal point or not. So in this case, because there is a decimal point, that means it's going to be significant. So here, there is going to be 1, 2, 3. So 3 significant figures. Okay? Okay, let's see another example. Let's say you have 3600. Okay? So you know 3 and 6 are going to be significant. What about zeros at this 2 at the end? Because there is no decimal point, right? There is no decimal point. These zeros at the end is not significant. So the significant figure here is just 2. Okay? What about 4.010 to the power of negative 8? So as I said, this part you will not calculate as a significant figure. So it's just depending on this part. So you have 4 and you have 0, right? And there is a point. So because there is a point, it's going to become significant. So it's 2. Okay? And now let's do some questions. Okay? I'll be providing questions. And you guys can pause the video and figure out the answer first. And then I'll be providing you the answer at the end of the video. Okay. Okay, so pause the video and finish the question. After that, we are going to discuss. Okay, I hope you guys have paused the video and done with the question. Now let's see. Okay, so we have okay, here we have what? So here we have what? We have 7, 8, 9. We know that these 3 are going to be significant, and then we have zeros at the end of a number. So we have to check whether there is a decimal point or not. So there is a decimal point, so this is also going to be significant. So significant figure is 4. What about this? 2 is significant, 5 is significant, 0 in between number is also significant, and 0 at the end significant if there is a point or decimal point. So this is 4. And remember just to ignore this part. Okay, what about this? 4 is significant, 2 is significant. 0 before a number is insignificant. And after the number is significant if there is a decimal point. So there is a decimal point. So these 3 are also significant. So in total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 significant figure. What about this D? Okay. So we have 2 and 8 significant. What about this 0? 0 at the end of a number is significant if there is a point. So there is a point. So that is not a full stop. That is a decimal point. Okay, sometimes you will see in this way. So this is also significant. So this is 3 significant figure. What about this one? 7, 3, and 6 are all significant. What about the 0? Is there any decimal point there? No. So because there is no decimal point, the 0 is not significant. So there is only 3 significant figure. I hope you guys understand if this video has been helping you. So please make sure just to press the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.